Good day, everyone. Welcome to a walk in the woods through Hidden Falls Regional Park, Part 2. Part 2 of Hidden Falls Regional Park trails. This is the main approach trail to get to all the other trails. Again, the name on this one is Poppy Trail. It's about a mile long, takes you to the bottom of a ravine, where you can pick up pretty much anything else. Hidden Falls Regional Park is located in Placer County, California. It's a county park and has about 30 miles worth of trails in it at this time. Now, they are in the process of acquiring property and getting some environmental studies done to be able to expand that 30 miles out into about double what the existing park is. So they really have some good plans in store for it. Hopefully it'll be able to go through in a relatively timely manner. Last time I stuck fairly close to the trailhead, only did about 5 miles on a nice loop. Today I'm going to try some different trails once I get to the bottom of the ravine. Actually see if I can't explore the Hidden Falls itself, which is what obviously Hidden Falls Regional Park is named after. There is actually a second way to get down to the bottom of the ravine, and I think probably this is the way most people do it. It's just an old service road that's actually still used by the park people to do whatever needs to be done. It is obviously just a road, and it's a little boring to walk on, so I tend to avoid it, but it is a second option. A little bit easier, I guess, than Poppy Trail. This is an absolutely beautiful morning in the middle of September. About 10 o'clock. Obviously walking through the shade right now. Thinking maybe about 70 degrees. Really don't expect it to get too warm today. And again, just absolutely beautiful mid-September day. There are 2 creeks that flow through Hidden Falls. This is Dead Man Creek. The other one is on the other side of the ridge that is right there. It's called Coon Creek. And 2 come together a mile or so downstream from here and become Coon Creek. This is the bottom of Poppy Trail. About 1 mile in, maybe just a little bit more. Road that I mentioned earlier that you can walk down to get here comes in from that direction. And from here, there's a couple of trails. Right along there, follows an irrigation canal for a ways and then joins in with another trail. The main trail goes across here, about 100 feet the other side. There's a branch that goes to the left, and there's another one that'll go to the right. Last time, I followed the branch to the right. This time, we're going to follow the one to the left. It's Hidden Falls Access Trail, and I'm looking forward to being able to actually see the falls. So this is North Legacy Way that we're starting on. Like I said, 100 feet or so up the road, it branches off to Hidden Falls Access Trail. So I won't be on this road for very long. And here's the branch on the trailhead. Blue Oaks Loop goes up to the right here. Hidden Falls Access Trail goes to the left. North Legacy continues on for quite a ways. So, we're branching off to the left. It's going to follow Dead Man Creek till it joins in with Coon Creek. And in the meantime, along here, most of the way down, will be Hidden Falls itself. One of the things I really like about this trail If you want to go for a 10-mile hike, even a 20-mile hike, it's doable. On the other hand, if you just want to go out, nice, easy, leisurely stroll throughout the trails, there are these fabulous benches, and typically they're situated someplace where there's a pretty nice view of what's going on. In this case, Dead Man's Creek. And we have found Hidden Falls. Actually, has a pretty good drop down to that pool right there. Standing on an observation deck right now. It's been built onto the hillside. So where I'm located is on Dead Man Creek, just above where it joins in with Coon Creek. Literally just maybe 100 yards or so downstream. Can't see it from here, but on the trail walking up to the overlook you can. So you'd never even know this was here. Literally, I walked by it on the trail right there and had absolutely no clue it was here until I got around the corner down here. And this is Coon Creek, which is the trail that I followed in part 1 of these videos. Worked its way along Coon Creek. This is the view looking upstream from the bridge that crosses over it. And looking downstream. As you get around the corner down there to the left, that's where Dead Man Creek and Coon Creek come together and continue on as Coon Creek. We have River Otter Loop taken off to the right. This is one of the few trails that the park lists as difficult. So I'm going to take it and see what I think. So far, I think River Otter Loop ranks among my favorite of the trails in Hidden Falls. I'm not sure where the difficult comes from. On the other hand, I'm only about a half a mile in, maybe a little more than that. So it may get more strenuous, but it's pretty easy going. It is a relatively narrow single track, walking primarily through the shade, surrounded by oak trees, occasional pine tree, a lot of madrone, and lots of dry grass. Got Coon Creek over off to the right that you can hear but not see, and it's just generally a very nice, peaceful walk in the woods. Yeah, it looks like I'm at a branch here for River Otter Loop and Deer Trail. This appears to be a major crossroads. That's Deer Trail that I came down, and seems to meet another trail right here, which is Gray Squirrel. And it looks like a nice trail to head up, but it's taken me away from the trailhead, and according to my map, it's about 2.5 miles long. So that would end up adding about 5 miles to my day, which is a little more than I really want to do. North Legacy is right here, and it also goes up that same direction. As a matter of fact, Gray Squirrel crosses it way down there a ways. And this is Gray Squirrel going the other direction. And near as I can tell from looking at the map, it actually crosses Legacy right up there, starts heading back, but heading back along the canyon, the creek. I think it'd be a much nicer walk, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so there's a map of the trails. The trailhead is right over here. Poppy Trail comes down this direction, so I followed that along down to the bottom of the canyon, crossed on over, followed Hidden Falls access over here, crossed the bridge, then headed up River Otter Loop, around this direction, joined into Deer Trail, and right here is where I am at this point. And this, apparently, it doesn't really show it, but it drops back down to Creekside and then comes back. So that is what I'm going to do for the remainder of the day. Well, Gray Squirrel is meeting up with Creekside Trail. I'm not sure why, but for some reason this is one-way travel only. I guess sections of the trail are very narrow and steep, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, the trail heads up that way, but looks like there's a nice little spot to stop and take a break, and I think I'm going to do that. Now this is nice. Really peaceful, just tiny little bit of rapids right there, just enough to make some water noise. Peaceful little pool right up there. Excellent spot for a break. This morning I debated going to a new movie that just came out or going for a hike. I think I made the right choice.